Al Unser grew up in Albuquerque, New Mexico, the youngest of 4 brothers, all of whom first started racing at the Pikes Peak International Hill Climb. Al came to Indianapolis in 1965, finishing 9th in his first race, and just 5 years later, he drove to victory lane in dominant fashion.
3 Unser brothers have raced here in Indianapolis. One, Jerry, was killed in an accident in the late 50s. Bobby Unser won the race 2 years ago. And now Al can complete the first brother act in victory at Indianapolis.
It's just the greatest feeling you can ever imagine, that you have accomplished something that you've dreamed about, of just being at Indianapolis. And all of a sudden, there you are. You have won the race. You've beaten the very best there is. You've dominated the race all day. It was our day. There wasn't anything that I couldn't do. I led 190 laps. I mean, that's an awful lot of laps to lead around here.
Unser also took his first IndyCar National Championship title in 1970 with 10 wins in 18 races for Vels Pernelli Jones Racing.
Al is probably the best race driver ever to get in a car and make it work. He knew how to win. For a car owner, you could not ask for a better race driver. Very, very talented, and he knew how to go fast. I mean, he just knew how to put it all together.
The following year, Al Unser became just the 4th driver in history to win Indy back-to-back.
Here we come to the checkered flag for Al Unser as he crosses that line, the last yard of brick.
You can pay a lot of credit to Al Unser because, like I say, he could get the most out of a car and knew how to win.
Al Unser won the 500 again in 1978, winning for the 3rd time in just 9 years.
Al Unser, very polished, one of the smartest race drivers as far as racecraft that I've ever known.
A great race driver that was never recognized for his ability as good as he was.
My father has a style of racing, and my uncle has a style of racing. And what I tried to do in my career is take the best of Uncle Bobby and take the best of my dad and put them together.
When things were right with Al, he was the most untouchable human being I ever saw. Al was the most vicious race driver for winning that I ever saw if things were right.
In all, he won 39 career IndyCar races and 2 more championship titles, both with Team Penske in kart in 1983 and 85. But by 1987, Unser was without a ride at Indy. A serious practice crash by Danny Ongaias, however, got Al back with Team Penske unexpectedly and a chance to win again at Indy.
As you know, Ongaias probably overdrove it and got himself in trouble, and they decided at that point that he wouldn't be cleared to race. And Al Unser Sr. was available, and a good friend of mine at that point.
And then Tuesday, Roger calls me on the phone. He says, "Would you run my 3rd car? It's going to be a March, and it's going to be a Cosworth engine. It'll all be first-class stuff." I just said yes, instantly. I wanted to race.
Yellow flag with 8 laps to go. It's Mario Andretti who has gone down into the infield.
When that green flag came out, I put the medal down and I never lifted, and I didn't. I mean, it's a true fact that I run around there wide open.
And now here it is. Al Unser joins A.J. Foyt as one of only 2 men ever to win the Indianapolis 500 4 times in his life.
To win that race that day under the conditions that I came here the month of May, it's a storybook race, you know, that it just shows when your lady luck is on your side or the good Lord is with you upstairs, you're going to put it together. And with the team that I had and all the people around me, there I was.
Al Unser's my biggest hero, and I love my dad.